What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Dr. Killjoy, coming back at you again. Today, we're back on probably the most popular series on the channel. We're going to be going through doing my power rankings, ranking all the teams in the CDL post Super Week. And might I just add in real quick, shout out to the CDL for Super Week. For the most part, no hiccups. Got through the whole thing from what I watched personally, at least. It was a strong week. Had COD every day. You absolutely love to see it. Before we hop into the power rankings, we're going to be doing a quick recap of Super Week. And when I say quick, I mean quick because there were so many matches. So we're going to go through, say the score, quick sentence on them if I need them. If not, nothing. So hopping straight into it. You got Mutineers 3-1 over Gorillas, kind of expected. FaZe 3-1 over Ultra, kind of expected. Massive upset here in my eyes, at least. 3-0 Legion over the Mutineers. I would have never guessed that one, but shout out Legion. You got Subliners 3-0 over Ravens, coming out hot. You love to see it. Rocker 3-0 over Surge. You absolutely love to see that one as well. Empire 3-2 over London. That got scary for Empire there. That was a lot closer than it probably should have been. Same thing here. Thieves 3-2 over Surge. Probably a lot closer than it should have been. You got Optic 3-1 over Ultra. Kind of expected. Subliners 3-0 over Rocker. That is an upset in my eyes, but now I got more respect on the Subliners. So next time that match happens, that won't be an upset if that's the outcome. Optic 3-1 over Gorillas. FaZe 3-1 over Mutineers. Thieves 3-1 over London. Legion coming out strong this weekend. 3-2 over Ultra. Also wouldn't have guessed that one. Empire 3-2 over Subliners. That was a good series right there. If you haven't watched that one, I definitely recommend it. FaZe 3-2 over Legion. Legion honestly had the chance to win that one, and FaZe just clutched up. They took advantage of some mistakes. Rocker back on track, 3-0 over London. You got a 3-2 Gorillas over Ultra. I would not have guessed that one. Gorillas, get some respect for that one. Subliners 3-1 over Surge. Optic 3-1 over Mutineers. And to end it, a series that I had a lot higher expectations for. You're going to have Empire 3-0 over Thieves, causing some Twitter beef, but hey, it's all in good fun. So now, going to be hopping straight on over. Let's get this tier list going. Get the power rankings live. So as a quick reminder, the team farthest on the left is the team that I have as the best in that tier. So for example, you have Surge and FaZe here. Surge would be above FaZe. Obviously, that's not what I'm going to do, but let's drag them back down here real quick. So, starting off, Seattle Surge. They looked okay. I'm not going to say, they didn't necessarily come away with the wins, but they looked competitive. I'm going to put them in D for now, though, because they weren't coming away with the wins. I need to see them win more series. I feel like they might need to swap a player out there, because I feel like they need someone who's cracked. They need to find, like, the Mac of this year, where they bring in that young star who's going to really shine on that team with the rest of the players. FaZe, they didn't lose any series. That's the easiest explanation on here. Instant A. Empire. They looked shaky. They did 3-0 Thieves. I'll put them in A. They're 100% behind FaZe right now, in my opinion, but they're in A. Part of me kind of wants to put them in B, just as like a... They've been playing a little bit too sloppy, but they did come out hot 3-0 Thieves is the only reason they're not in B, to be honest. If they would have lost that to Thieves, I probably would have dropped them to B. Very top of B, obviously, but... LA Gorillas, they did come out, get a win over Ultra, I believe, so I'll put them in C, honestly, for that. They got a little respect over me. Ultra, disappointed in my eyes. They could be in C for now. Florida Mutineers. They have not had a good start to the season. I feel like I don't know what their issue is. Watching their series against Optic, they just seem not on the same page. Part of me wants to put them in D. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I feel like that's kind of disrespectful to them. We're going to put them behind Gorillas right now, honestly, though. They need to turn that season around ASAP. London Royal Ravens, still subbing in Parasite. They were competitive, but I don't see them winning series. I'll put them behind the Surge, honestly. They might be my lowest team right now. Just keeping it a buck. I don't even know if when Zero comes back, that's going to make a massive difference is the thing, is why I kind of put them behind Surge. Surge, I think, has potential to win series more convincingly than the Ravens do, and that's why they're ahead. Minnesota Rocker, they only had the one loss to New York, correct? I believe they only had the one to New York. They're going to be a B tier for now. Not quite as dominant as I would have guessed for them. I had Priest as the predicted MVP. I mean, they still went 2-1. They're going to... I think they're starting in loser's bracket because they got fourth place in their pool, so that kind of sucks for them, but hopefully they pop off at the major. You got New York Subliners. Shout out Asim, if that's how you say it. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Jesus Christ. He popped off this week. Shout out to him. You love to see it. I've always liked the guy. He's one to watch out for. I will put them behind the Rocker for now. I know that they beat the Rocker, but I still think the Rocker are a better team for now. Subliners, I could see them ending the year in the A tier. Honestly, they played very well this week, and I'm very impressed. They lost to Empire 3-2, I believe. That was a tough series for them, but be looking for them to go off at the major as well. The Ultra very much disappointed me. I'm going to put them behind the Mutineers just because I think the Mutineers are going to be able to turn it around better. To be honest, that's kind of the reasoning on that one. You got the LA Thieves. I'm going to put them behind Empire only because Empire beat them. And I know I'm not really doing that in B, but because Empire beat Thieves, I will put them above the Thieves. You got Paris Legion. Actually had a surprisingly good week. They should have beat FaZe. If you haven't watched that series, go watch at least like that game 5. They should have beat FaZe, but they choked. They choked like a 1 versus 3 and 1 versus 2 in the game 5. You absolutely hate to see it for them. I'm going to put them at the top of C. I think they could go at the bottom of B, though. I'm high on the Legion now. I had them down here. I'm high on the Legion now. I'm hyped about them. Shout out Scratch. Shout out Classic. They proved me wrong. For sure. They definitely proved me wrong. Then you have Optic Chicago. 2-0 on the week. Won every single series 3-1. I'm putting them above the Empire. That top 4, in my last top 4, I felt like it was a lot more interchangeable. This one I feel like is kind of more set in stone. I feel like this one... FaZe, they didn't lose a series. They obviously are going to be the number 1 team. Optic only lost to FaZe, and that series, if they played S&D a little better, that series goes the other way. And that hard point where BZ went off. So those two I have as the top 2 teams right now, and then Empire and Thieves right behind. They just have a few more kinks to work out than FaZe and Optic, in my opinion. But that's going to do it for today's power rankings. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, did I put any teams too high, too low? But first major coming up. You absolutely love to see it. That's going to do it for today. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.